Welcome back everybody to Revit 2016 or Revit training, brought to you by yours truly, Rhys Davies, Supernatural Group in Melbourne, Australia. Okay, so just recapping. So we're on a double story project at the moment. So we've come to the closing stages in some respects. And in the previous video we applied these wonderful things called tags. Okay, and we applied some window tags, these are the hexagonal ones, and we applied some door tags, which are these elliptical type ones. So yeah, and that was the first thing we did. So the next thing we want to do now is to see what these tags can provide us with regards to scheduling. Okay, so this is why this video is called the Introduction to Schedules. Okay, so tracking my mouse, okay, over to the project browser, scroll down a little bit. Okay, now we've got elevations, sections, legends, then we have a section in here called schedules and quantities. Okay, I can't remember exactly whether these were up here before, but as soon as we start applying tags of one form or another, we start getting schedules created. So it's an automated feature of generally an automated feature. So, but by default we've got these couple here. We've got a door schedule and a window schedule. Okay, so this video is just an introduction to see what these things can do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click on the door schedule. So double click. Okay, and this is the information that we are given. Okay, so this is the default door schedule. As you can see, we get quite a lot of information there. So we get a level. So what level is the door placed on? Okay, and they correspond to our project browser. We have a mark or a number, a location. This is I believe it's a general text box that we can add in. Okay, so there we have a height and we have a width there. Door thickness, a finish, so if there's a material finish that you want to do, a frame material, and there are some comments. So different projects will need different amounts of information. Okay, so but that's the basics of it. Okay, and what we can do is on the left, while this window is open, okay, on the left hand side we've got down here fields, filter, sorting, grouping, formatting and appearance. Okay, and there's an edit button there, and if I just click on one of those, let's just click on fields. Okay, it opens at this little tab here. Okay, and it shows us what elements we can bring into the schedule. So these are what are available. This is all the information we can chuck into a schedule. Okay, by default we can add more, and these are the fields that have been scheduled: level, mark, room name, etc., etc. Okay. Now, a little trick with these ones here, they give us 5 edit buttons, but the reality is that we just, once we open up one of these, we can have access to all 5 of these properties. So, not too sure why the Autodesk do that. Okay, so fields. So we could look at our schedule and might say, right, for this job I don't really need to talk about the finish, so I can click on finish on the right hand side there and I can go remove. And then I don't really want my frame material either, I can remove that. I'm not interested in my thickness, so I'll remove that. And then I can go OK. That's an interesting one. Why is location still there? Never mind. But as you can see, the door schedule has updated itself, so we've removed some of those columns. Okay. Now the filter one we're not going to deal with too much at this stage, but basically if there are issues with the thing, if you want to highlight certain areas or filter things out, we can use this. Sorting and grouping. Okay, so at the moment this one is sorted by level, which would make possible sense. Okay, so all the levels are sorted, ground and first, and then by mark. So 1, 2, 3. So the numbers are going up. Okay, but there are no other sorting fields. And then we have grand totals, itemize every instance. So there's a lot of things we can do. Right, formatting. Okay. So this is where we can change this information here. So instead of mark there, instead of the thing, I might say number, and OK, and there we go. See that's updated now as well. Okay, so formatting. So there's a few little things in there that we can do. We can change our heading orientation. We can have our alignment changed there. So yeah, like I said, bit of formatting, a lot for us to muck around with as technicians. Okay, and the last one here is appearance. Okay, and this is basically what you want the text to look like and the grids. Okay, so we've got grid lines, we've got outlines, so you can go thin lines, right? So all these lines are taken from our default settings. So I might say a 0.25 there. My thin line, I want a 0.1. I want to show title, I want to show headers. I can look in here and have a look at so these are all the default text labels, etc. I can go OK. I can also go into this field here and say door schedule. I can change it. I can go, oh, I might have that as a door table or a door size table. That's just an example. Click out. There we go. That's updated. Okay. The other thing is we can push and pull these columns to resize them. That's nice and easy. The comments, we might say oak door for that one there. Might be one further down here. If I type in O, it remembers a little bit like Excel spreadsheets. Okay, do that again. I might say PVC door down there. Again, if I type in P, we can get PVC there. Okay, so that is editing the schedule from within from the browser itself. Okay, so let's have a look at our sheets. Okay. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to call it quits about then. Okay, it was just a very, very rough introduction to schedules, what they can do. Feel free to go out, have a muck around, see what you sort of results you can get. Okay, the next video we're going to probably start putting a lot of these pages or these views onto sheets. So we'll put, floor plans, sections, elevations, schedules, all of these wonderful things we can start putting on a sheet and start getting some sort of presentation together. Okay, but until then, back to our ground floor plan. We will see you later.